My Wife and Kids, 2001 to 2005, captured hearts with its hilarious and heartfelt look at the everyday adventures of the Kyle family, led by Damon Wayans as the charismatic and quirky Michael Kyle. The show became a cultural favorite, blending humor, life lessons, and unforgettable moments. Now, more than 2 decades since its premiere, fans are eager to discover what became of the talented cast members who brought the show's beloved characters to life. Have they continued to shine in Hollywood, ventured into new career paths, or faced unexpected challenges? Join us as we explore where the stars of this iconic sitcom are in 2024 and how their journeys have unfolded over the years. Tisha Campbell was born on October 13, 1968, in Oklahoma City, Oklahoma. She played Janet J. Kyle in My Wife and Kids from 2001 to 2005. Jay is a strong, loving, and patient mother who balances the chaos caused by her husband with wisdom and grace. Tisha was 32 years old when she took on the role, which came after a successful career in television, most notably for her role on Martin. However, her personal life was often in the headlines. Tisha's 1996 marriage to actor Dwayne Martin, which ended in divorce, was marred by struggles both in their relationship and in her professional life. In 1997, she filed a lawsuit against Martin co-star Martin Lawrence for sexual harassment, though the case was later dismissed. Tisha also faced mental health challenges, including a battle with depression, which she bravely spoke about in interviews, helping to reduce stigma surrounding the issue. Her resilience paid off, as she continued to work in television, film, and music, finding renewed success. At 56, Tisha is still active in the entertainment industry, recently appearing in various TV shows and films while balancing her personal life and family. Though her journey has been tumultuous, Tisha's perseverance continues to inspire. Jennifer Freeman was born on October 20, 1985. She is best known for portraying Claire Kyle, the teen daughter of Michael and Jay Kyle, in My Wife and Kids from 2001 to 2005. Claire was an attractive and slightly spoiled character, often struggling with the usual teenage growing pains. Jennifer was just 16 years old when she landed the role, making it a key part of her early career. Throughout her time on the show, Jennifer faced the typical pressures of a young actress in Hollywood, balancing her career with her personal life. Her life took a more complicated turn as she faced challenges in her relationships and marriage. She married basketball player Earl Watson in 2009, but their marriage ended in divorce just a few years later. Jennifer has one daughter, Isabella, from her marriage. She has opened up about her struggles with her mental health, including dealing with depression and the pressures of being in the public eye at such a young age. Now 39 years old, Jennifer has taken a step back from acting and lives a more private life, focused on raising her daughter. Damon Wayans was born on September 4, 1960, in New York City. He portrayed Michael Kyle in My Wife and Kids from 2001 to 2005. Michael is a loving, but sometimes overbearing father, who uses humor to instill life lessons in his children. Damon was 41 years old when he started the role. Before his breakthrough role in My Wife and Kids, Damon was already a prominent figure in comedy, especially for his work on In Living Color, where he showcased his diverse comedic talents. His early career also included roles in films like The Last Boy Scout and Major Payne. However, his life was not without struggles. In 2000, Damon divorced his first wife, Lisa Thorner, which led to emotional difficulties. He also faced a series of health issues, including a battle with type 2 diabetes, which took a toll on both his physical and mental well-being. Despite these challenges, Damon continued to write, direct, and produce content, most notably with his TV show Lethal Weapon and his involvement in the entertainment industry. Now 64 years old, Damon has largely stepped away from acting but continues to influence Hollywood as a writer and producer, finding peace in a quieter life after his tumultuous personal years. Parker McKenna Posey was born on August 18, 1995. She played the role of Kady Kyle, the youngest child in the Kyle family, in My Wife and Kids from 2001 to 2005. Kady was a bright and cute character, known for her quick wit and funny one-liners. Parker was only 6 years old when she took on this role, and her performance left a lasting impression on audiences. Growing up in the spotlight, Parker faced a mix of childhood stardom and the pressures that came with it. After the show ended, her career continued with a few appearances in TV and film, but she also had to navigate personal challenges. Unfortunately, she has faced some tough moments, including battles with self-esteem and public scrutiny. Though she has mostly stayed away from the limelight, she has spoken openly about her struggles and her path to healing. She is now 29 years old and continues to live a quieter life, focused on her personal growth and family. Gore II was born on December 15, 1982, in Washington, D.C. He starred as Michael Kyle Jr. in My Wife and Kids from 2001 to 2005. Jr. is the somewhat dim-witted but endearing eldest son who often finds himself in humorous situations. George was 18 when he began the role, and his career seemed poised for stardom after the show's success. However, his life and career have not been without struggles. After My Wife and Kids, George found it difficult to secure prominent acting roles. Hollywood's typecasting often pigeonholed him into similar roles, and the lack of opportunities led him to step away from acting for a while. His personal life also brought challenges, including the emotional strain from his mother's health issues, which added stress to his young adult life. Despite the hardships, George found solace in other pursuits, moving away from acting for a more private life. Now 41 years old, he occasionally appears in smaller roles, but he has largely distanced himself from the public eye, focusing on personal growth and life outside the spotlight. Noah Gray Kady was born on November 16, 1995. He portrayed Franklin Aloysius Mumford in My Wife and Kids from 2002 to 2005. Franklin was a genius, known for his exceptional intellect and his role as Kady's best friend. Noah was just 7 years old when he began the role, and his mature performance stood out on the show. Despite his early success, Noah faced the challenges of growing up in the entertainment industry. He transitioned into his teenage years with the expectations of his early stardom weighing on him. Over the years, he continued his career, appearing in other projects, but he also faced struggles with being typecast and the pressure of living up to the image of the child prodigy. Like many child stars, he had to navigate the challenges of adolescence under a public microscope. His personal life remained mostly private, but he has been open about some of his difficulties, including dealing with the loss of his family members and the emotional toll it took on him. Now 29 years old, Noah has kept a low profile but continues to pursue his passion for music and acting. Jazz Ray Cole, born on February 11, 1988, rose to fame as Claire Kyle, the eldest daughter on My Wife and Kids in 2001. Claire, a typical teenager full of vanity and drama, was a character Jazz portrayed with charm, despite being just 12 years old at the time. After her breakout role, Jazz faced the challenge of balancing her growing career with the pressures of early fame. She left the show after season 1 due to creative differences and transitioned to other acting roles in series like The Quad and The Soul Man. However, her career trajectory never reached the heights many expected. Jazz's personal life mirrored the difficulties she faced in her professional one. She married young, but her marriage ended in divorce, and she later spoke about the emotional toll it took on her. Despite these challenges, Jazz continues to act in smaller roles, though her early promise has been overshadowed by a mix of personal and professional setbacks. She is now 36 years old and living a quieter life away from the spotlight. Brooklyn Sudano, born on January 5, 1981, portrayed Vanessa Scott on My Wife and Kids from 2003 to 2005. Vanessa was Junior's girlfriend, and later his wife, a character admired for her maturity and sweetness. At 22 years old, Brooklyn began playing this role, which showcased her ability to balance both youthful exuberance and the wisdom required to manage Junior's mischief. Her career started with significant promise, as she later starred in several other projects, including Cuts and The Last Day of Summer. However, her journey hasn't been free from struggles. Early on, Brooklyn faced challenges in securing consistent roles despite her promising start, and personal tragedies have shaped her life as well. In 2007, she suffered a personal loss with the passing of her mother, renowned singer Donna Summer, which was a deep blow to her. Moreover, Brooklyn's marriage to Mike Medina in 2006 was short-lived and ended in divorce in 2010. As of now, Brooklyn is 43 years old and has continued to work in television and film, though her career has been marked by both successes and moments of setback. Damon Wayans Jr., born on November 18, 1982, began his career in My Wife and Kids in 2001, where he portrayed John, one of Junior's friends, known for his comedic antics and quirky situations. At the time, Damon was just 19 years old, the son of famous comedian Damon Wayans, and hoping to carve out his own path in the entertainment world. While Damon Jr. showed great potential, his journey wasn't without struggles. He experienced early career successes, notably in Happy Endings and New Girl, but also faced setbacks in finding long-term roles that matched his talents. His personal life was rocky, with a brief marriage and several high-profile relationships that didn't last. Damon's struggles with balancing his career and family were compounded by the pressure of being the son of a comedy legend, and he often found himself compared to his father's iconic status. Now 42, Damon continues to act and produce but remains grounded by the lessons he learned from the ups and downs of his career and personal life. Andrew McFarlane, born on August 3, 1986, played Tony Jeffers on My Wife and Kids from 2001 to 2005. Tony was the charming yet naive boyfriend of Claire, known for his unwavering religious faith and his often humorous innocence. At just 15 years old when he began the role, Andrew's portrayal of Tony became beloved by fans, showcasing his comedic timing and likable personality. Andrew's career, however, faced some turbulence in his post-My Wife and Kids years. After the show ended, he struggled to find steady work, and his career took a back seat while he dealt with personal issues. In his personal life, Andrew faced heartbreak after a long-term relationship ended in 2011. Additionally, his health issues, particularly with mental health, have impacted his life journey. In 2017, Andrew was involved in a car accident that left him with lingering injuries, further slowing his career momentum. Currently 38 years old, Andrew continues to focus on acting but has largely stayed away from the limelight in recent years. Lester Speight was born on August 28, 1963, and played Calvin Scott in My Wife and Kids from 2003 to 2005. Calvin was the tough but loving father of Vanessa, often providing comic relief with his no-nonsense attitude and stern yet affectionate interactions. At the age of 40, Lester joined the show, bringing his larger-than-life personality to the role. Before his television career, Lester had a successful career in sports and became a professional wrestler, which helped shape his physically imposing yet comedic presence on screen. While Lester enjoyed success on My Wife and Kids, his personal life had its challenges. After multiple failed relationships, he struggled with personal issues that led to him living a more private life after the show ended. In the 2010s, he faced health challenges, including complications related to his previous wrestling career, which led to a period of physical decline. Now 61 years old, Lester remains a fan favorite but has kept a low public profile, focusing on health and family. His struggles with health and personal life were hard-won, but he continues to be an inspiration to many. DeRay Davis, born on February 26, 1982, was 20 years old when he portrayed RJ in My Wife and Kids from 2002 to 2005. His character, RJ, brought a street-smart, comedic energy to the show, serving as a foil to Junior's antics. DeRay, originally a stand-up comedian, was eager to make a name for himself in Hollywood, but his path was anything but smooth. Though he achieved recognition for his roles in 21, Jump Street and Shameless, DeRay faced numerous personal tragedies, including the loss of family members, that deeply affected him. His mental health struggles were exacerbated by the pressures of fame, and his relationships, both romantic and professional, have often been fraught with complications. Despite these challenges, DeRay has persevered in the entertainment industry, continuing his stand-up comedy and acting career. At 42, he is still active in the industry but has often spoken about the personal toll that fame and tragedy have taken on him. Ella Joyce was born on June 12, 1954. She played Jasmine Scott in My Wife and Kids in 2003, a strong-willed and protective mother to Vanessa, who often provided a grounding influence to the younger characters. Ella was 49 years old when she joined the show, bringing her experience and depth to the role. Ella's career began with notable stage performances and appearances in other television shows, but her life has had its fair share of struggles. She faced several setbacks in her personal life, including a tumultuous marriage that ended in divorce. The loss of her mother and the challenge of balancing her professional and personal life took a toll on her emotional well-being. Ella also faced financial difficulties, especially during the earlier years of her career, which made her question her choices. Nevertheless, Ella remained resilient, and her acting career blossomed in later years. Now 70 years old, Ella continues to live with dignity, enjoying her family and occasionally taking on acting roles. Meagan Good was born on August 8, 1981. She played Vanessa Scott in My Wife and Kids in 2003. Meagan was 22 years old when she began the role, having already experienced some success in acting, particularly for her roles in films like Eve's Bayou and The Cookout. Meagan's early career was marked by numerous opportunities, but her personal life presented several challenges. She faced constant scrutiny in the public eye as she transitioned from a child star to an adult actress. Her personal relationships have been turbulent at times, including a brief marriage that ended in heartbreak. She also struggled with maintaining her sense of self while facing societal pressures to conform to beauty standards and typecasting. Additionally, Meagan's struggles with maintaining healthy relationships were complicated by past traumas that surfaced in her adulthood. Despite these difficulties, Meagan has managed to focus on her career and personal growth, finding success as an entrepreneur and in recent acting roles. Now 43 years old, Meagan continues to thrive in her career and has found stability in her life, often sharing her spiritual journey in business ventures with her followers. Phil Reeves was born on January 12, 1953. He portrayed Dr. Kleger, the quirky and eccentric therapist in My Wife and Kids from 2001 to 2005. Dr. Kleger often brought comic relief with his oddball approach to therapy. Phil was 48 years old when he started the role. His career, which began in the late 1970s, was full of varied performances, from television appearances to film roles. However, Phil's life has not been without its personal tragedies. A difficult marriage, which ended in divorce, affected his emotional state, especially as he dealt with the pressures of balancing a busy career and his private life. The loss of a close friend to cancer also deeply affected him. As he aged, health issues arose, particularly related to his struggles with mental health, leading him to take extended breaks from acting. Despite these hardships, Phil remained passionate about acting and directing, occasionally returning to the stage. Now 71 years old, Phil has largely retreated from the public eye, preferring a more private life, but still keeps in touch with his roots in the theater. Liliana Mumi was born on April 16, 1994. She portrayed Rachel, Kady's lively and energetic friend, in My Wife and Kids from 2002 to 2004. At just 8 years old when she began this role, Liliana quickly became a favorite with audiences thanks to her bubbly and mischievous character. Growing up in Hollywood, Liliana faced the pressures of being a young actress in a competitive industry. As she transitioned into her teenage years, Liliana experienced difficulties in balancing her career with normal childhood development. She struggled with finding roles that suited her as she grew older, and her career stagnated. In her personal life, Liliana went through emotional challenges, including the loss of loved ones, and battled feelings of isolation. Despite the hardships, she has continued to stay connected with her fans through social media and occasional acting appearances. Now 30 years old, Liliana is focused on personal healing and is making strides toward a more private and fulfilling life away from the spotlight. Dal Marrero was born on November 18, 1948. He played a waiter in My Wife and Kids in 2002, bringing his trademark sarcasm and humor to the role. At 54 years old, Dom was already an established comedian and actor when he took on the role, known for his stand-up and appearances in numerous TV shows and films. Though his career was marked by several high points, including his successful stand-up routines and television specials, he faced many personal struggles. Dom's life was punctuated by financial difficulties and struggles with maintaining relationships. He went through 2 divorces and had a strained relationship with some of his family members. His career, while successful at times, didn't always provide him the stability he had hoped for, and he often found himself battling the highs and lows that many in the entertainment industry experience. Now 75 years old, Dom continues to make occasional appearances in the entertainment world but lives a quieter life, content with his career accomplishments but wary of the toll that fame took on his personal happiness. Clint Culp was born on August 1, 1969. He played Bob in My Wife and Kids in 2003. Bob was a light-hearted and eccentric character, often delivering comedic moments that added color to the storyline. Clint, who was 34 years old when he began the role, had already begun his career in the entertainment industry, but it was his portrayal of Bob that brought him wider recognition. After My Wife and Kids ended, Clint's career took a darker turn, as he struggled to secure significant roles. He battled substance abuse, which further impeded his professional trajectory. Clint's personal life was filled with turmoil as well. He married early in his career but faced a painful and public divorce in 2008. The couple had 2 children, but the separation was bitter, leaving Clint with a strained relationship with his kids. His troubles escalated when, in 2015, he was involved in a car accident while under the influence. Although he survived, it marked the beginning of a long period of legal and personal struggles. As of now, Clint is 55 years old. He has reportedly sought therapy to cope with his past but has largely withdrawn from the public eye in recent years. Kelly Caulfield Park was born on January 19, 1962. She played Helen Tyler, a warm and friendly family friend, in My Wife and Kids in 2002. At the age of 40, Kelly was already a seasoned actress with a rich history in television and film, having appeared in a variety of roles in both comedy and drama. However, her personal life was far from easy. Kelly's career was often a balancing act, with some moments of success followed by periods of obscurity. She faced difficult times during the 1990s, with financial hardships and the challenge of being a mother in the public eye. Kelly's first marriage ended in divorce, and she faced the difficulties of single motherhood while continuing to work in Hollywood. Her second marriage was short-lived as well, adding to her personal struggles. Despite the setbacks in her professional and personal life, Kelly remained resilient. Now 62 years old, Kelly continues to work occasionally in the industry, although she is more focused on her family and her own peace of mind. Her life has been a testament to perseverance, having navigated both the harsh realities of Hollywood and the challenges of raising a family on her own. Lauren Tom was born on August 4, 1961. At 41 years old, she portrayed Annie Who in My Wife and Kids in 2002. Annie was a quirky and insightful character, often offering a refreshing perspective on the dilemmas faced by the other characters, while providing a comedic touch. Despite her success in the industry, Lauren's career faced several setbacks after My Wife and Kids, as she struggled to find consistent roles that matched the prominence of Annie. Her personal life wasn't without its hardships either. Lauren married in the early 90s but faced a difficult divorce in 2003, which left her emotionally drained. She later experienced a series of financial and professional disappointments, particularly when voice work opportunities slowed. In 2011, she tragically lost her father, which deeply affected her. Despite the challenges, Lauren has continued her work in television, but her career has been marked by both highs and lows. She is now 63 years old and remains a beloved figure in television, although she has become more reclusive in recent years, focusing on family and personal healing. Kim Whitley, born on June 7, 1962, took on the role of Wanda in My Wife and Kids in 2002. At 40 years old, Kim portrayed Wanda, a lively and humorous character who brought much-needed energy and fun to the scenes she was in. Kim's career spans across TV, film, and stand-up comedy, but despite her success in many comedic roles, she faced significant personal challenges. Kim had a troubled relationship history, with several failed marriages and turbulent romantic entanglements. Her struggles with love and happiness were often magnified by the pressures of her career, which at times led to personal setbacks. Kim also faced difficulties in starting her family, which she later overcame when she adopted her son, Joshua, who has become the light of her life. Kim faced the heartbreaking reality of being a single mother, managing the challenges of raising a child on her own. Despite the personal struggles, Kim has remained a beloved figure in comedy and is now 62 years old, finding peace and fulfillment as a mother and continued comedian, though her journey has certainly been full of ups and downs. Larry Miller was born on October 15, 1953. He portrayed Stuart Tyler in My Wife and Kids in 2002. Stuart was a charming, yet often bumbling, character who became a fan favorite with his witty humor and comedic timing. At 48 years old when he joined the show, Larry had already established himself in both film and television, particularly known for his sharp comedic roles. However, his career took a tragic turn after My Wife and Kids, when Larry struggled with a severe car accident in 2012, which left him with long-lasting physical and emotional scars. Following this, Larry's health deteriorated, and he experienced a series of personal crises, including a painful breakup in 2014 with his long-term partner. Larry's troubles did not end there. He faced financial difficulties after the accident, leading to bankruptcy filings in 2016. His life, which once seemed filled with potential and laughter, was now marred by setbacks. Despite these struggles, Larry has continued acting on a smaller scale. Now 71 years old, Larry remains active in the industry but has taken on fewer roles as he deals with his health issues, both physical and mental. Rudy Saad, born on November 7, 1986, played Erica Washington in My Wife and Kids in 2001. At just 15 years old, Rudy portrayed the confident and outspoken Erica, a character who always stood up for her beliefs and wasn't afraid to speak her mind. Despite the initial buzz around her performance, Rudy faced many challenges in the industry as she grew older. Her career, while steady, never really took off the way many had expected. Professionally, she had a few roles after My Wife and Kids, but nothing that matched the popularity of her character. On a personal level, Rudy struggled with her sense of identity and often found herself in unhealthy relationships. She married at a young age, but the marriage ended in a painful divorce, and she has one child, a daughter, who is now in her teens. Rudy also battled with mental health issues and has been open about her struggles with anxiety and depression. Despite these hardships, she continues to work in entertainment, now at 38 years old, and is focused on raising her daughter while working on her own mental health. Reese, born on August 16, 1982, played Leilani in My Wife and Kids in 2002, bringing warmth and a cheerful spirit to the show with her vibrant character. At 20 years old during filming, Reese's time on My Wife and Kids was brief, and she did not achieve the same level of fame as many of her co-stars. Reese's time on My Wife and Kids was brief, and she didn't achieve the same level of fame as many of her co-stars. Her career after the show remained low-key, and she seemed to fade from the public eye. As for her personal life, not much is documented, leaving fans curious about her journey beyond the screen. It's unclear whether she experienced personal tragedies or challenges in her career, but the lack of information suggests that her path may have been marked by a desire for privacy. Now 42, Reese's current life circumstances are not widely documented, leaving fans curious about where life has taken her since her time on the show. Marie Jones was born on January 4, 1964. She played Toni in My Wife and Kids in 2004, a tough, no-nonsense character who brought plenty of humor to her interactions with the Kyle family. Marie was 40 years old when she joined the show. She had a challenging childhood, growing up with the constant pressure of being an athlete, excelling in multiple sports. Her path to acting was unconventional, but she eventually gained recognition for her ability to combine physicality with humor. However, Marie faced difficulties in her personal life. She struggled with finding lasting love and was often caught in relationships that didn't live up to her expectations. Her career, though successful, had its share of setbacks, particularly with typecasting and her constant struggle to be taken seriously in an industry that often overlooked her talents. In recent years, she has been open about her health struggles, including dealing with issues related to her physicality, which are a result of years of sports injuries. Now 60 years old, Marie continues to stay active in acting and enjoys a peaceful life, though her journey has been filled with personal trials. David Alan Grier was born on June 30, 1956. He portrayed Jimmy in My Wife and Kids in 2003, Michael Kyle's childhood friend who brought a lighthearted, mischievous energy to the show. David was 47 years old when he began the role, adding comedic depth to his character with his impeccable timing. Growing up in Detroit, David's early life was marked by challenges, but his talent eventually led him to a successful career in television and comedy. His big break came with In Living Color, which launched him into the limelight. However, despite his career's ups and downs, David faced several personal struggles. His first marriage ended in divorce, and he also battled with the pressure of staying relevant in the competitive entertainment industry. His finances were hit hard by personal setbacks, including an expensive divorce and the cost of raising his daughter. Despite these personal challenges, David stayed committed to his craft, appearing in a wide range of TV shows, films, and stage productions. At 68 years old, David continues to work, though his career has slowed in recent years. He's now focused on his family and enjoying the fruits of a well-earned career. Cat Williams was born on September 2, 1973. He played Bobby Shaw in My Wife and Kids in 2004, a flamboyant, over-the-top character who was often at odds with Michael Kyle. Cat was 31 years old when he portrayed Bobby, bringing his energetic and bold persona to the role. Cat's childhood was far from easy, marked by instability and the challenges of growing up in a broken home. He first gained recognition for his stand-up comedy, which was a mixture of brash humor and sharp social commentary. However, his rise to fame was marred by a series of personal and legal troubles. Cat's career took off, but so did his struggles with substance abuse, multiple arrests, and tumultuous relationships. His personal life, including a high-profile divorce, added to the tension, leaving him in a constant battle with his own demons. Despite these difficulties, Cat Williams remains a force in the entertainment world. At 51 years old, Cat has had periods of resurgence in his career, but his journey has been filled with ups and downs. He continues to be an iconic figure in comedy, though his life remains fraught with public controversies. T.J. Thine was born on March 7, 1975. He portrayed Bodie, the retreat manager, in My Wife and Kids in 2002. At 27 years old, T.J. brought his calm and zen-like presence to the show, providing a refreshing comic relief with his laid-back character. T.J. had a promising start to his career, but his journey has been filled with both success and hardship. Though he achieved fame with his role on the show, he struggled to break free from typecasting in Hollywood. Over the years, T.J. faced personal challenges, including issues with mental health and a difficult relationship with his own identity as an actor. He has also gone through a tumultuous romantic life. T.J. was married but went through a painful divorce, which deeply affected him. This period of emotional turmoil led him to reassess his career and life choices. Despite the difficulties, T.J. has become a strong advocate for mental health awareness and has shared his own struggles openly to help others. Now 49 years old, T.J. is still active in the industry, taking on roles that resonate more deeply with his personal growth and experiences, though he also values his privacy and mental well-being above all else. Jason Stewart was born on January 13, 1969. He played Dr. Stephen Michael Thomas, the gay family counselor, in My Wife and Kids in 2002. Jason was 33 years old at the time and brought a fresh and humorous perspective to the show. Growing up, Jason faced challenges as an openly gay individual in a time when the entertainment industry was far less accepting. He struggled with the fear of being typecast or not being hired at all, and despite these challenges, he carved out a career for himself in both comedy and drama. Throughout his life, Jason dealt with difficult periods of loneliness and self-doubt, particularly in his earlier years as an actor. He had a marriage that ended in divorce, and although he has been open about his struggles in relationships, he has remained hopeful. His personal life also involved dealing with the stigma surrounding his sexuality, and he faced some intense battles with discrimination and rejection. Now 55 years old, Jason has remained an advocate for LGBTQ+ rights and has used his platform to inspire others in the community. Who's your favorite character from My Wife and Kids? How do you feel knowing that some of the actors have passed away? Don't hesitate to leave your thoughts in the comments below. If you enjoy this content, please remember to like, subscribe to the channel, and ring the bell so you won't miss future videos. Thank you so much.